What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, man. We are back on the channel with some Destiny, and today I got a new build for you guys. So, with the new update, you have a lot of different options for builds, and for today, I'm going to be showing you a solo one, alright? So, first, I would just want to go over the build and, what exactly it does real quick. So, this is going to revolve around the Lustrous armor set. Now with this armor set, for the 2-piece bonus, you get receiving healing temporarily grants your solo weapons increased flinch, resistance, handling, reload speed, and for the 4-piece bonus, rapid solar final blows will heal you. Now, if you're wondering how you get this armor set, this is from the Tenet, I believe it's Devotion. It's the first one on the left in the tower. If you go to the Solstice armor engram, you can literally just go to get these armor pieces. Now it is random RNG of which pieces you will get. You can't pick a specific one, but there are honestly only 2 legendary marks, so if you just keep buying and buying, you eventually get enough to get a full set. Now with the exotic, today we're going with Mantle of Battle Harmony. Real quick over the exotic perks. So absorption cells, final blows or sustained damage with weapons matching your equipped super damage type grant you super energy. When your super energy is full, you instead gain a temporary boost to weapon damage of that type. When you exhausted your super, matching elemental weapons damage temporarily cause explosions around the target. So now basically what that means is that each time we get a kill with a weapon that matches our super, which today we're using Tommy's Matchbook, we're gonna get extra super energy regeneration. Once our super is full, we don't get that regeneration anymore because it's full, so instead we're getting a boost to solar weapon damage. Now, again, this it matches your super, so I'm doing solar for this because I'm using Tommy's Matchbook. Now, normally, you could do, if all the busts happen to all rivals, you could just do weapon surges here, but the thing is the max you can get on here is 3, and the Battle of Harmony exotic automatically gives you 4, so you don't even need weapon surges for this build we're going to do today. All you need is a really high weapon stat. Now again, like I said, it's random drops in this RNG. For some reason they haven't been dropping much with weapon stat, as you can see from the ones that I got. But hopefully I can get some higher ones. I mean, this Battle of Man Harmony is really the thing that's holding me back right now. But still, there is that option there. Now, the main thing, you're not even going to need to worry about your primary or heavy, to be honest. You're mainly only using Tommy's Matchbook. Now, the good thing about this, especially if you have the catalyst, let's go over the exotic traits perks real quick. So, overheat damage is reduced while not aiming down the sights. Completely up to you whether you want an ADS or not. Exotic perk sustain fire with this weapon overheats it, increasing damage with burning users, so you get that extra boost to damage. The exotic catalyst for this, so while ignition trigger is active, final blows with this weapon cure you and sustained fire scorches target. Now, there is a bar on there. When you're scorching a target, if it reaches the max one, it sparks an ignition on the target. So this, we're going to go into our subclass. Fragments I'm running, so power melee attacks make shooting nearby allies radiant, so this is going to help with our weapon damage. Applying restoration and cure radiant to allies increases grenade melee and class ability regeneration, so that's helping me get my regeneration from my abilities back. So weapon ability final blow is extend the duration of restoration and radiant, so I'm constantly healing and getting a boost to weapon damage. And then your class ability recharges faster when you scorch targets. Since I'm always going to be scorching at pretty much every moment, this is great because then I'm just getting my class ability back to just keep summoning Helion, which is the aspect I'm running, and then my other one is Touch of Flame with a healing grenade, so that way I get restoration times 2. Now, I know that the armor set bonus, rapid solar fire blows heal you, but this way, with this extra healing of restoration times 2, I'm basically a walking tank, because since my exotic weapon, the Tommy's Matchbook, also damages me, the healing restoration times 2, it heals that almost instantly. Plus, with every kill, I'm getting, regeneration back when it's rapid final blows for the armor set bonuses, so that helps too. For melee, completely up to you. You can run Celestial Fire, Incinerator, Snap. I like the Celestial Fire more than Snap. Burst Glide, up to you. Phoenix Dive, or healing rift and power completely up to you. Now, as far as super, this is also really kind of up to you. Although I wouldn't do well with radiance because you want something that can be kind of mobile. So that's why I picked Song of Flame, because in this I can still use my weapon also. So that's why I picked this over Dawnblade. Plus, I get the, Sentinel Flame Wisp that I can throw out. And then, I get my melee back super fast. Same with my Helion. So I chose Song of Flame over there too, just for that reason. Now, before I show you guys the build, we're gonna get into the artifact. Now, there was one other artifact I could have picked for this. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I went with Hunter's Journal. Now, what we are running here is Sustained Fire, continuously damaging combatants or healing allies with an auto rifle grants you damage resistance. Now, this means when I'm continually shooting at a target, I'm going to get DR automatically, which is basically always going to happen. Breaking combatant shield grants increased weapon stability and handling, reload speed, so then I just get basically boosted my stats from my auto rifle. Gain a small amount of resistance, damage dealt to you by combatants, so I get DR. Elemental Siphon, rapid final blows with connect weapon or weapon matching your super creates an elemental pickup. So these are going to spawn fire spikes for me. Target auto loader. This is honestly the really amazing perk. While you have an auto rifle equipped, defeating combatants reloads your equipped weapon and temporarily increases weapon damage. So I get an even further boost to weapon damage, and each kill that's also healing me, I'm getting ammo back, so I don't even have to reload with Tommy's matchbook almost. Awards bonus progress when dealing final blows while surrounded. This also really helps with the scorching the ignitions that I described on Tommy's matchbook. So your ignitions do increase damage and increase radius. And then for the last one, we have Shield Crush. So while you have Woven Mail, False Armor, Void Over Shield, randomly recharges faster and deals increased damage. We're not going to have any of that. But for the second part, while you have Amplified or Radiant, your grenade recharges faster and deals increased damage. So if I'm like getting out of the encounter and I'm going to the next room or whatever, I'll be able to at least get my grenade to recharge faster while I have Radiant. Now, again, if you don't want to do the healing grenade, you can choose something else. Because you also still get cure ×2 from doing the Phoenix dive. So if you want to do healing rift, you have different ways to heal with the build. So if you don't want to do the healing grenade, you can choose a different grenade to get the increased damage from this. Now, let's go into showing you what this looks like, and we are going to run a mission today. So for this, let me just rally real quick. So really, basically what you want to do is first you want to throw your healing grenade and melee, and then do a Phoenix dive, and then really just start just melting target. You're going to see I already have solar boost weapon ×4, and I'm hitting for 144 on the head, 118. That's all it really damage drop off from the range. Up close, I don't know if you saw that 169 there, but yeah, it does really good damage. It melts pretty fast. Ad clear isn't going to really be a problem. Now, if you're wondering how this is going to look, let me see if I can do this other thing here. No, I missed that. So we're just going to stack this up real quick. Possible healing, I'm getting ammo back on each kill. Increase weapon damage. We're going to summon one of these. And look at this. This is a wyvern, mind you. And I'm chunking it, so he's down. Now for these, it's going to be a bit harder to get that ammo back on the kill, just because, they have so much health. It's basically a boss, you know what I mean? But even still, doing this with wyvern, there's the ignition right there. With the ignition trigger, I got it twice, but he already died at that point. It's honestly fucking amazing. Really amazing build, especially with the bugs that are reference that happen. While you have the overheating that's damaging you, it only damages and takes away your shield, so it will not kill you. So you're not afraid to keep firing. Again, this is why I normally run the healing grenade, because it's just a better it's just more versatile with the build because you can heal that damage off pretty easily while you're waiting to get the kill with the fire blow, so you can get the armor set bonus. You know what I mean? So that's why I run that. So that's kind of how the damage works. And we want to run this in a mission. I mean, I can do a solo ops real quick, just to show you guys how this is gonna be. Yeah, let's do a master. Let's do a master. Alright guys, here we go. We're just popping into this master. Alright, now again, the great thing about this build, like I said, you don't really need the other two weapons, but it helps with champion mods. I mean, you can kind of run really whenever you want there. That champ is going to get melted before he can even put up his barriers. It's the most amazing thing about this. Wizards melted, not even worried about it. And then my Helion honestly finishes the job when I do it. And boom. Just like that, that's pretty much how the build works. Like I said, it's really amazing. For stuff like GMs, I haven't tested it. Because, you know, also for those, this does good boss damage, but for GMs, they're a bit more tankier, so you need something that can really have that on. Because the main thing that you're getting with boss damage is the ignition trigger, plus the increase that you have when you scorch, and then the thing from the artifact. So, you know, completely up to you. I haven't really tried to change GM with you. If you are interested in that, you can definitely do that. But, yeah. One thing to note is that your health is pretty much always going to be around that, that mark where you don't have a shield, unless you have your healing grenade. Oh, you know what? Real quick. I'll have some time here. Check it. I haven't really went over the armor mods yet. It's really simple. I just put weapon stat into all of them. Like I said, mine didn't really have high weapon stat for all of them. For helmet, I just put on solar siphon, so this means whenever I get a solar weapon final bow and generator orbs. For the armors, sorry, for the gauntlets, I just put on impact induction so that when I get damaged with a powered melee, I get my grenade back so I can get my healing grenade faster. Mana of Battle Harmony, since my shields are being broken all the time, I'm doing emergency reinforcement, since I'm kind of staying far back. There's sniper damage resistance, and then whatever damage resistance you want to put here, if you want to put that here, that's completely up to you. For the boots, we are running Absolution, Innervation, and another Innervation. And then for the class item, again, I have Bomber, and then Distribution. So that way, you know, I'm getting my class vehicle down from my melee and my grenade, which mainly you really want the healing grenade back. Melee is just to make you radiant, but since you got the fragment where solar kills, you know, refill the radiant, that mainly helps with that. Plus the timer always starts higher with radiant than it does with restoration. As you can see, I have 2 seconds left already. We got that out, do that, and then boom, he's done. Mission took care of him. Honestly, like I said, guys, this is a really amazing build. You do want this, I'm going to put the dim link down below, so feel free to check it out. But for right now, I'm just going to kind of finish out the mission. So yeah, you guys enjoy.
incoming. Time for a party.
Nice job, Guardian. I'll get on comms to Neek and let her know this sector is safe for salvage.
Tell her to hurry. It won't be long before the region is flooded again.
She knows what she...
Alright, well that's the video, guys. If you enjoyed it,
just fucking hit the subscribe, like, and share button.
and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace.